It is letting us go live. Okay, we are live, sir. Thank you so much for being here, Neil, sir, diet coach and soft skills trainer.
Thank you so much, sir, for having me again. It's a pleasure always to be over here, talk to you, heart to heart.
Superb, sir. And all of you who are watching here, please type something in the comment like hashtag live or hi or whatever you feel like, so that we would love to show your comments on screen. We would love to take your name on screen, and we would also love to answer any questions that you may have. Welcome to the Thursday night edition of the ODCH Communication Skills podcast series. This is third of its kind, and we are glad that you are watching us. Today, we are going to discuss something amazing about Odia business owners, which means business owners, entrepreneurs, startup founders, freelancers who are trying to make a dent in the universe, a positive dent in the universe with their passion, with their mission, with their vision, but are ignoring something that matters a lot, and that is communication skills. Sir, my first question. Hi, Manoj Babu. Good to have you here. Yes, Pranam. Yes, Manoj Kumar Patra Babu. All right. Sir, my first question to you with this regard, businessmen ignoring the communication skills. Sir, very straightforward question to you. Why do you think successful business owners who are successful, they avoid prioritizing English communication skills despite knowing that it is important for them?
Right, right. Sir, I think this question that you have asked, I think I'll make an honest attempt to answer this question because I'm a business owner myself. I do run my own diet and nutrition business. Now, the only difference is that before I became a diet and nutrition coach, I was already a trainer for soft skills. So that helped me improve my English speaking. That really helped me when I had to talk to my clients, and I came with that particular skill sets. However, many business owners, especially business owners over here in Odisha, I think they feel that when it comes to speaking good English and good communication skills, they feel that it is a very time consuming activity in their busy schedule, and that leads to somehow deep prioritizing it. And at the same time, they also feel that if they commit certain errors, because businessmen, sir, they are successful people. They're
Hmm,
people who have already made it, or they have a lot of self image about themselves,
hmm,
and hence they are business people, because they do not like taking orders. They want to lead their own life. So at that stage in their life, if they commit errors, if they make those mistakes, so that fear, I think, also somehow makes them deprioritize communication skills, learning it. And so further, I also believe that they also underestimate what communication
hmm.
skills can do to their business, what kind of impact it can have to their overall business. So if I can share
Right.
just my small example, that being a business owner myself, my communication skills, my speaking with clients in the field of diet and nutrition, though I would say I'm not the best diet and nutrition coach here in India, but still, having very limited information and knowledge about diet and nutrition, I could build a business worth crores of rupees only because I believe, because of my communication skills. So, sir, I think instead of focusing only on the operational and the technical aspects of business, business owners should also look into communication skills as a major area of investment of their time and need to prioritize it.
Absolutely, I would agree to that. Being a businessman myself, I understand that. I remember Seth Godin, one of the famous marketers of the world, who had said this quote that your business grows to the extent you do. And communication skills is something which helps you grow, not only just in terms of English fluency, but also in terms as your personality, isn't it? So, sir, my second question to you is, what do you think are the specific communication situations that cause most anxiety for Odia business owners?
Sir, this is actually not limited to only business owners. This is a very general question. It applies to all. But as a business owner, the word that you have used, sir, I think it is very well put. Anxiety, because
Hmm.
the entire business is on their shoulders and they have to carry
Correct.
it out. So when they have to speak with their clients, and especially let's say clients who are not very well averse with their local language, that is Odia. Because if
Hmm.
I'm a person who is doing my business over here in Odisha, it's still fine. The moment I expand my business to other states, now I might not know the languages of the other states. I might not even be comfortable with Hindi as such, or the other person might not be comfortable with Hindi. So while speaking with clients, I think that is one area. Presentation, sir. When you have to give presentations,
Absolutely.
we have to admit that giving presentations in Odia has to still come of age.
Right.
When we give presentation, it has to be, because we cannot replace those business keywords in Odia. We cannot do that, so we have to use them. Sir, if I need the third thing, if I need investors to depend on me and trust me, I believe pitching to investors is a very key point when it comes to communication skills, vis-a-vis speaking in English. And so, of course, if you have to write professional emails, respect among your employees, casual business networking, we can just go on and on. So
Right.
Odia business owners, for them, communication skills situations are endless. But
True.
the question is that, sir, are they ready to take it head on? So I'll
Hmm.
give you an example over here, a very an example of a
Go ahead.
lady. Sir, of a lady. Sir, what comes to your mind when you hear these words? Ruchi, Frozit, Shri Shakti, Farm MB. Sir,
Uh,
all these words. So these words, these are related to the business owner. One of my clients, actually, she is one of my clients whom I've helped with diet and nutrition. She's also a nutritionist herself. She's none other than Mrs. Rashmi Sahu, the founder of Ruchi, Frozit, and all these other companies.
wow.
Yes,
Wow.
sir.
That's
And
a
she
Cuttack based brand, right?
yes, yes, sir.
Right.
Yes, and she has studied from a vernacular medium. She comes from definitely a business family. However, she overcame all these things speaking with the clients.
Hmm.
Right now Ruchi is in several countries. She gave
Wow.
presentations. Sir, she's the chairperson of FICCI, the Commerce and Chambers
Wow.
industry, yeah, for India, the Federation of the Commerce and Chambers
Right. Right.
industry.
Right.
So she's the chairperson over there. So it's an example. She's an example for all of us, and she is also a housewife. She takes care of her child. I've seen that because she's one of my clients. So, sir, she's an example that you just cannot give excuses that I do not have time, that I cannot
Hmm.
prioritize it. She has done it, and she has shown the entire Odia community, as well as the Odia women business entrepreneurs, that you can prioritize your communications and your business skills even after looking after your family, as well as if even if you come from a vernacular medium.
True. True. Amazing, sir. What a story. What an inspiration. I mean, the way you said that anxiety, how people are getting anxious in various situations. And then on the other side of the spectrum, we have actually people, business owners from Orissa who
Right,
have
right.
broken the stereotype, and they have gone beyond their comfort zone. And semane kupo monduko jo, if you understand the word kupo monduko, in a very comfort zone, eita hi moro area, eita hi
Right.
moro market, mu etikire hi khelibi. Well, that is a recipe for mediocrity. And then you have these examples of Miss Mishra, who have gone, leaps and bounds. So thank you so much for sharing that, sir. Moving on to the third question, sir. Uh, how does you think poor English communication actually impact business growth and opportunities? Now, you have already given some hints in the previous question, but if you can be a little bit more specific about, how lacking communication skills, English fluency and communication skills,
Right.
makes us lose opportunities in business. I have seen it in my business. You can please, sir, you can go ahead.
Right, sir. Right, sir. A very well put question, sir, because over here I'll be talking about unknown lost business deals. You just don't know what could you have cracked with better communication. So I call that as unknown lost business deals.
Wow.
So reduced confidence in your clients and investors. If I am someone who cannot communicate and convince someone over there who's sitting right in front of me, why should they trust me that I'll be, that I'm handling that team and I can handle those product? If I
Right.
cannot handle myself, I cannot present myself in terms of our communication skills. And of course, sir, I just talked about state, but what about your international clients? What about your international clients? So as a diet and nutrition coach right now, I have many clients from Australia. I have clients from Africa. I have clients from the United States. I have a few clients from a lot of countries which are some European countries where people they can't even imagine talking to them and understanding them. And the only
Right.
reason I could garner these clients is because I could speak to them in English. They understood me, they could convey me. So your business horizon is unlimited if you could just speak good English. That's a very basic.
And with
And so, of
online
course,
platforms, it is
yes,
even
sir.
more important, like, right?
Sir, that was actually the last point that I was about to make, that leveraging the digital platform. Now, if you want to leverage the digital platform, your communication skills has to be apt. Otherwise, you will just remain a frog inside a well.
True, Kupa Mandugo, as I said, right? And somebody, I'm forgetting the name, who has quoted this, that in in 21st century, uh, if you are not marketing digitally, then you are not marketing.
Sir,
So,
sir, you are so correct over here. Sir, can I give you a small example over here?
sure, sir, please.
Sir, think about it. Sir, an Odia small town boy, Odia startup, a small kid from Raigada, business background he was far away from,
Correct.
communication skills, could not speak English because he studied in vernacular medium. His
Right.
interest, computer languages, went to Kota and Delhi, learned proper communication skills as well
So,
as
so,
language
so
skills.
I would like to ask the audience, can you guess what's the example? What's the name of the gentleman that
I'm,
sir is about to
I'll
reveal?
give two more hints. I'll give two more hints, sir. I'll give two more hints.
Yes.
Currently, his business is in 800 cities across 80 countries. He is.
Brilliant.
Who is he? He is
Who is
any
he?
answers?
Who is he?
Who is he?
Okay, that's a quiz. Come on, come on. Okay, let's wait for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Sir, the answer. The gent. Oh yes, Rajesh. Rajesh gave the answer. Rajesh, you're the winner. That is correct.
Absolutely. Ritesh Agarwal Oyo, at the age of 19 years, broke the barriers. Why did he do that? How could he do that? Communication skills. Just not English, people skills. So, friends, if you feel that communication skills and business skills, you can keep it at bay and you can run your business, you might still be successful, but you just do not know where are your limits and where exactly are your boundaries. You just do not know that. Sky could be the limit.
Let's not settle for mediocrity, right? And let's move, let's target something ambitious. All right, now, sir, my fourth question to you is, what do you think are, like, what's going on in their mind, the psychological barriers when they try to speak confidently in English, or even take up, as you said, that time management could be one of the issues. What do you think are other issues that they fear to take it up as a, you know they fear to consider learning it, you know?
Sir, I have trained a lot of business persons in terms of communication skills. I felt what was the number one problem was they were not ready to take the first step was because they were already successful or somewhat successful in their business journey. So they
Mm.
felt that unless and until I become a perfectionist in
True.
communication skills, I will not practice or I will not come to the forum and speak. I'll not commit those errors. Why? Because my self-image is bigger than learning English over there. So I think
Right.
perfectionism is not the answer over here. They fear of committing errors when it comes to grammar and pronunciation. Now, every
Mm.
person who starts learning, so if I start learning Japanese today, if you start learning Korean today, won't we make those errors?
Of course we will. Correct.
Our
We have to let
communication
our
skills.
ego aside. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Surrender as well as keep our ego aside because you're learning something new. So I think that is one problem that they have. The second problem that they have is once they start speaking English a little bit, let's say here and there, and people, they find it out, and someone asks them questions in English, they are now in that position where they have to respond in English. They don't
Mm.
want to be in that position, but we have to understand until and unless they put themselves in harm's way, they are never going to learn. They're
Correct.
never
You have
going
to
to
face the
speak.
fear.
They have to put them in harm's way. So they go away from the harm's way and they try to take the easier way out because they feel if I put myself in the harm's way, then in that case it is about I might encounter shame. Think about Sachin
Correct.
Tendulkar could not speak a single sentence in English when he started his career,
Right.
but he still tried and tried and tried and tried, and by the time his community I mean by the time his career ended, he was fluent. He spoke brilliantly.
True. We have all seen that.
Right. And sir, also I
Yeah.
believe some negative past experiences. They might have encountered situations where people would have laughed at them, or
Mm.
someone would have cracked a joke at the wrong time about their communication skills, and they would have felt bad, and that would have hurt their ego again. So I would
Correct.
just advise them that let these things not come in the way of them and taking their business to absolutely unimaginable areas.
Areas.
Focus and
And
learn
quite
this the way you have done your business, the way you
true.
have worked on your business, work on that.
Exactly. So that was my point. In fact, I wanted to share this that, you know what, many people, many business owners, entrepreneurs, startups, as we all know, both you and I, we are startup owners. We know that we have taken risks. We know that we have gone out of our comfort zone many a times. we
Correct.
we know that we have set aside our ego so that the business grows. However,
Correct.
when it comes to the communication skills part, especially English communication skills, they still do not take that step. And I believe, I believe it's quite interesting to observe that I think majority of Odias, they have this mindset that Odia business owners, they have this mindset that ki ଆମ ଲୋକମାନଙ୍କ ସାମ୍ନାରେ ଟିକେ fail ହେଇଗଲେ ଚଳିବ, କିନ୍ତୁ ଗୋଟେ ଟିଆଇ ଇଭେଣ୍ଟ ଅଛି କିମ୍ବା ବିଏନଆଇ ଇଭେଣ୍ଟ ଅଛି କିମ୍ବା ଗୋଟେ ଇନଭେଷ୍ଟର ଫଣ୍ଡ ଇଭେଣ୍ଟ ହଉଛି ଭୁବନେଶ୍ୱରରେ ହଉଛି, people from Delhi, Mumbai, Bangalore, Chennai have come, and in front of them if I speak in English and I fail, then so you know what, they're ready to fail a little bit or take risks in Odisha, but not in front of others. So I think that's pretty, as you said, we need to break that stereotype and we need to go out of it, jump out of the well.
And of course, if that is the psychological if the psychological situation they are at right now, I would advise them that please find a platform like ODCH where they can come over here, commit errors, get themselves corrected. We have seen countless number of our participants in ODCH who came at absolutely at a level where I can say that English was broken,
Yeah.
and they fixed it.
True.
They fixed it.
Correct.
And right now they're confident speakers and they are speaking in front of people in terms of hundreds. So if you're a business owner, I would like to talk to you that if you're a business owner and you're afraid of committing these errors at the real forum, then please come to a platform like ODCH where you can commit these errors. You have mentors who are going to guide you, correct you, and you are going to become good with your communication skills, and you are going to present yourself like you have never done in your life.
Brilliant, sir. I would agree to that. Before I go to the fifth question, in fact, I would like to, tell everybody, all the audience, whoever are watching, like Manoj, Rajesh, and all of you, thank you so much for being with us. And please, if you have not gone through our systematic step-by-step programs on public speaking, professional communication, then go ahead and take a look, in the description, the links given in this description, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like button if you've not done that yet. Having said that, sir, the last question of this discussion today that I would like to ask you are very simple, practical steps, simple practical steps that these business owners can take without burning themselves out, without overwhelming themselves on the schedule. What's your suggestions for them, for especially keeping in mind the Odia entrepreneurs? Yes, sir.
Right. So I think I can give them stepwise guidelines which they can follow, because business people, of course, they have a lot of things that they have to do, and they have a lot in their hands, and they simply cannot do away with those things just like that. So they'll have to somehow find out the time, and they have to work with small doses. I'll say small doses of English, 10-15 minutes, 10-15 minutes of speaking, 10-15 minutes of listening, and at the same time they need a mentor. They need someone who knows what path they are actually traveling, so they can correct them, that these are the mistakes you're making and these are the areas that you're going wrong. So, and they can keep on correcting them till they reach the level where they want to. So very important that they have mentor over here. Similarly, sir, I also believe that they also have to be well versed with some business English, terms and terminologies. Because every
Hmm.
time you are there in the business forums, there are a lot of business phrases that are used, and
Right.
if you're clueless at that point of time, you might be, you might be a person, amongst all fish inside the water. You might be maybe a, someone who is not acquainted with that particular, forum. They also, sir, need to have realistic goals, that this is what I want to do. Just the way they have their business goals in terms of English, they have to create these goals, that where I want to be after 6 months, where I want to see myself after a year, where I want to be after 2 years. So they need to set these targets and work towards it in small doses. And so finally, the most important thing that I believe is that they need an environment where people are speaking English, people are encouraging others to speak English. And so I again feel that is where a platform like ODCH of yours, it has helped countless businessmen shape up their career and take their business to the next level. So I believe, it is a boon in today's world, wherein all the fake forums and what everyone claims to do this, do that. I think ODCH is a
Right.
boon in this particular digital world. So it's a platform that people can use, especially business people can use, and get that environment.
Wonderful, sir. Very well said. And thank you so much for your kind words. And I cannot be more grateful to you for being a part of this forum. Um, Sir, very well said. You spoke about the practical steps, taking small steps of 15 minutes of practice on focused areas like pronunciation, like sentence construction, voice modulation, public speaking, steps like that. And then you spoke about, having a mentor, seeking the advice and the suggestions, the guidance of a mentor.
Correct.
And the third point, as you have correctly identified, is that setting yourself goals, just like you said, business goals. Consider that communication skills is a part of your business, not
Right.
outside of your part of your business. In fact, if I may
Absolutely.
say so, communication skills, I would like to call it, sir, as a life skill. I believe that each and every individual should be very well versed with the communication, the art and science of communication skills, not just the English language, but also communication skills per se, which talks about behavioral intelligence, emotional intelligence, conflict resolution, right? Critical thinking, analytical skills, stuff like that, structured way of public speaking. So all of these matter a lot. So thank you so much, sir, for sharing all of your wonderful wisdom nuggets today. This was an awesome time well spent for me. How about you, wonderful audiences? If you think that this was really helpful and you took some notes out, you could take some notes out, then please type TWS, time well spent. And also ମୁଁ ଏଠି କହିବାକୁ ଚାହିଁବି କି if you have any questions, please don't hold yourself back. Put it in the comments. Either Neil sir or I or somebody from our team would love to reply to you. So if you have any questions regarding improvement of your communication skills, don't worry about which medium of school background that you have: Odia medium, Hindi medium, English medium. As long as you are an Odia and you have an issue with communicating in English confidently, and you really want to develop any question that you have, ask them. We encourage you to ask them so that we can answer them and give you the correct direction. Thank you so much, each and every one of you, for being with us. Thank you so much, Rajesh, especially the winner who said Ritesh Agarwal. Yes, very well done. Manoj, thank you so much for your kind words. Very good effort. And you said that you could learn a lot. And I would want to know how we can introduce ourselves in the seminar program. Sir, would you like to answer that? I'm sorry I missed that question, Manoj. Sir, would you like to answer that?
Absolutely. Hi, Manoj. A very warm welcome to you. If you have to introduce yourself, first of all, we need to understand that what kind of seminar it is, because we are not talking for ourselves. We are talking what the audience wants to listen to. So your introduction has to be connected with the kind of seminar that you are at. For example, let's say if you're in a science seminar, while talking about yourself, you have to connect yourself with some kind of science, background that you have been and you have attached yourself, and how that can get connected with the seminar. So that is one important tip I'd like to give you, that please think about the audience every time you are introducing yourself. Similarly, if you are introducing yourself in an interview, you have to think on the same line. You have to think about why you have come for this interview, and you have to connect your introduction to the interview.
Wonderful, wonderful. And here, if I may add my two bits, Manoj, always remember, any effective introduction has to be very simple. It has to be less than 120 seconds. Always start with, there are always four parts. Okay, the opening, the greeting, the name, the reason, the identity, who you are and what you do, the reason, like as sir said, why are you there, why the seminar or why the interview is important for you, and finally the closing. Let me repeat once again, Manoj, for you to make a note, or anybody who's listening. Any introduction anywhere has four building blocks. Number one, your greeting and name. Number two, your identity, who you are, what you do, what you like. Number three, your reason for being there. Number four, a fantastic, memorable, and genuine closing. I hope this was really brilliant for all of you to take a note on this. Sir, with this, we can call it a day and have a good Thursday night ahead. Thank you so much, sir. Any last words from you?
Loved this particular interaction. I hope we can continue having this sessions, which are going to be helpful to so many ODRs, and help them, take the right call in their near future.
Absolutely, sir. And that reminds me to remind people who are watching, ଯଦି ଆପଣ ଚାହୁଁଛନ୍ତି କୌଣସି ଟପିକ ବିଷୟରେ ଆମେ କଥା ହବୁ, ନୀଲ ସରଙ୍କର ଏକ୍ସପର୍ଟିଜକୁ ଆମେ ୟୁଟିଲାଇଜ କରିବୁ, ପ୍ଲିଜ ଲେଟ୍ ଅସ୍ नो. ଫର ଏକ୍ସାମ୍ପଲ, you can say that, sir, ମୋତେ voice modulation ବିଷୟରେ କିଛି ଗୋଟେ କୁହନ୍ତୁ. Remember, we have a 5 question pattern. So if you have any top 5 questions that you want to ask, go ahead and ask. With that, thank you so much, everybody, and thank you so much, Neil sir, once again.
Thank you.
Good night. Take care. Shabakha.